do with them?
Skins, ma'am. Purses, shoes, boots. The meat, eaten.
Boots.
And then they sell them after.
Yeah. Yep. They want all the meat. They want to buy the whole gator. Because they take the meat, the tail meats mostly what the restaurants get, but they do take the meat from the legs, the jaw area, they grind it up and they make sausage. They use every part of that animal they can. The heads for souvenirs, feet, back scratches, keychains, necklaces.
What do they taste like?
I don't care for it. We got too much good food to eat around here to worry about eating a dinosaur. A younger gator has a better taste than a big old 12, 13-foot gator. It's like a deer.
Right.
Some people say it tastes like chicken. I don't find. I had it.
Everything
fried,
tastes like chicken.
We got too much other good food to eat. I like the seafood. You can have them gigantic lizards. They'll get up on the land and sun themselves.
Oh.
The bigger one coming is a male. The top of his face is all scarred up. He got in a fight recently. 2 weeks ago.
Ah, so he's a bar goer, huh?
Which is a gator that's about 12 feet.
Where is Psycho?
I don't know where is he at. Psycho took behind him. If he could have caught him, he wouldn't be swimming up to the boat right now.
Yeah.
He'd be in Psycho's stomach.
I want to see Psycho.
Holy cow, there's a third one here.
Well, 3 of them right here.
I'll show you a picture of Psycho. You want to see Psycho?
Yeah, we saw Psycho on your website. It's pretty cool.
So if I stuck his hand down there, would they bite it?
I don't know. How about if I stick
Put
your
your-
leg down there and see if it bites?
See what happens, man. Yeah.
Believe me, you put your hand down there, you're going to get bit.
Oh yeah.
my God.
They just seem like they like marshmallows so much.
Let's try your hand.
We don't use hot dogs, we use chicken.
Oh.
And probably next week we'll start feeding them chicken.
No.
And that water's still cold right now. They don't have the energy they got when it's 80, 90 degrees. They still moving kind of slow.
How deep is this water?
We on bottom.
Really?
Yeah, he's standing on bottom right
Oh wow.
Huh.
Standing on the bottom.
So how much water does this thing need?
now. I just need a couple inches to maneuver.
Dang.
Is there a rudder under the bottom?
Nope, everything's up on top.
Oh, no kidding.
And if you let off the gas, you have no steering. You got to have air going through them rudders to control the boat. In a windy day like this, it's a bitch. And every way you stop, it wants to blow you on the lane, and you don't have reverse. So if you go in that nose first, you getting out and pushing. Not y'all, me. So that's why I'm being cautious where I go, because I don't want to have to get out and push us.
I might not have been the best pilot.
No, you're not.
I wouldn't have got on here if you'd have been driving.
When are the babies born again?
They're usually born in August or beginning of September.
August, September. Okay.
There's a
That's
mom
the
out here.
one that you say is scarred up, right?
I haven't seen him for a week or so.
Oh.
They just waiting patiently. Now, if it was good and hot, they wouldn't be waiting like that. They'd be crawling up on the boat trying to get to it.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw that in one of the
Like
videos.
if we
So
were
you
to
see
come
they hear that bag right behind the eyeball,
Yeah.
that little slit, that's their ears. What you was gonna say, man?
if you were to come out here in November,
You would have seen some.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
They worried about us up here. They see y'all with them phones hanging down and they think you got food. Y'all have any questions?
do you have any questions?
Do you think he smelled that?
I doubt it, but they do smell decaying food from a long ways away.
I mean, he just kind of turned and took off
They
towards
don't
him.
have 100% straight on. It's all to the side. And the hearing is very good. Look.
Look. Look at their tails.
Look at Zach. Look at Zach. Zach, look. He's teasing him with the bag.
I've seen gators before, but this is no doubt the closest I've ever been to one.
Ditto. Well, we sat on one in Florida.
Well, to be honest with y'all, lately the 4 o'clock tour has kind of been the worst.
Oh.
Because it's getting later in the day.
It's getting dark, they're cold.
Well, the air's cooler, and they nighttime animals, the ones that's been out all day, they hunkering down. I've seen a lot of more gators on the 12 o'clock tour
Okay.
than on this 4 o'clock. The first spot we sat in, there we have 6 or 7 of them come around.
Yeah.
So what are you guys here on vacation?
Yeah.
Once it warms up, you stop right here. There's 8 or 10 gators. You up there talking, tourists is hanging over, gators are crawling all over. You gotta leave before somebody gets bit.
I'm shocked that they're just kind of, you
I'm
know.
surprised they don't jump on the boat looking for more.
Yeah.
It's getting cold, he
Like I
said.
said,
It's getting
let
cold,
it
yeah.
come June, July, you'll see the difference in it.
And here I was saying, oh, this is perfect weather.
I mean, I'm happy with what we see, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're happy.
There's days in the winter.
I'm good with them staying in the water.
508, and if you see 4 or 5 alligators, you've seen plenty.
I want to see Louisiana during Christmas.
Everything's dead.
How about
Cold.
November?
Everything's dying.
How about
Wintertime.
like lights and stuff?
She's into
I don't
Christmas.
think you can see too much of that around here.
Oh, okay.
Don't you want to pet them? Huh? Don't you want to grab one?
They just don't look wild to me. You know?
They're definitely accustomed to the food the most.
There's Psycho over there.
Saw Psycho?
Right there.
Psycho's over there?
Psycho right there.
Let's go see Psycho.
How do you know that's Psycho?
I don't know it's him, man.
That might be Psycho. Psycho's like the biggest guy.
The first one we passed up was Benji. That's Psycho.
Okay. Stop. I love it.
He's a big guy.
You ever see any snakes out here?
Yes, we do, but we don't have that problem like Florida with the python. And hopefully we don't get that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of snakes.
If you open up New Orleans Airboat Tours on TripAdvisor, it's me on my normal boat with that alligator. He's in the water with his 2 feet on the deck with his head up about 2 feet. That's Psycho.
This
The
is
first
just
big one we
terrifying.
passed up is Benji. Benji's my favorite one out of all of them. But you still can see a little bit coloring in Benji.
Uh-huh.
Psycho, he's all black. I'm gonna show you Psycho with a Corona mask.
Did they get
That's
territorial?
Psycho.
Corona's about how
Holy cow, you
How long
got your
is
hand
Corona?
on him.
I'm in Corona.
How come he's not taking it off?
Oh, wow.
I'm not letting him take it off. There's a trick with Psycho you gotta do.
Let's see if you can do that trick again.
That's not gonna happen.
Why
Pay
not?
more.
Damn, you could pay $1 million. It's not gonna happen. The water's cold.
Yeah.
They not as active.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
we gotta come back when it's active.
This
So
the
this
best
is
time to
all
jump
water,
on
eh?
them.
Yeah,
The
surrounded.
best time to wrestle them is right now
Yeah.
because they're cold.
Well, you can get in the water and wrestle him. I'll bring you over there.
You wanna wrestle
Kick
them?
that front of
I mean, it's not
Let's
just.
see.
It's not like walking on concrete. You may get out with some knee boots and you might walk 100 yards and don't get a drop of water on you. And then your next step, that orange hat will be floating. You'll be over your head. And the more you move, the further you sink. It's real soft.
Oh, wow.
No, he don't want nothing to do with us.
How about crabs? Are there crabs?
Yes, ma'am. Blue crab.
Oh, those are.
Those are tasty.
Those are tasty.
3 days a week, Maryland is known for the blue crab. 3 days a week, they ship crabs from here to Maryland.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
No.
Well, it's the truth.
Maybe we
All the
should try
big number
some
one
blue
crabs
crab
goes
here.
to Maryland.
Maryland.
Exactly.
They can't get their own crab there, aren't they on the water
They
too?
can, but I guess they're.
That's Cyclone's baby.
That one's farm raised. Look at the notches in the tail.
Farm raised. That's not Cyclone's baby.
Here, feed him. He came quick. He's
He
hungry.
went around the other side.
Oh, he's behind us.
There he is.
Watch when he swallows, you'll see the notches. It's a female.
Oh yeah.
He's hungry, yeah? This guy's hungry.
That one there we call she-devil. She's mean.
I know someone like that.
That's funny. That's what my sister calls her mother-in-law.
He's coming quick.
He's got some energy,
Yeah, he does.
It's a young one, huh? It's a young one.
Yep.
Old enough to mate.
Come over here, dude. That one's pushing us all over the place. We lost him.
I don't want to hold that.
Okay, how can you tell if it's a boy or girl?
Good question, ask.
How can you tell if it's a male or female?
Just by looking, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Some of them I could tell you because I've seen them in action.
Oh.
I've seen them on the nest.
They don't try to hide it, huh?
They're not, here he comes. Watch out, Z. Try to pet him, babe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, let's get him out. Throw him on the float.
Well, he's got his mouth open. He's ready to take your hand off.
He's like, no, that's green. It's not.
Don't want to jump.
You just wanting him to jump up on the boat?
I wanted to get it, put its feet up.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Amy?
this tower, that's a bald eagle's nest, and that's a young eagle sitting in the nest.
Oh, wow.
Now that's cool.
You count 6 towers down in the same exact spot, another nest. Then you go down about 12 towers, another nest.
Why not every one?
I don't know, ask the
I
eagle.
see 3. 1.
And it takes a bald eagle 4 to 5 years to be fully matured with the white head and the white on its tail.
Cool.
And they'll use their same nest year after year. They just rebuild it. And they scavengers. They'll hang with the turkey buzzards and eat the dead animals also. About 9 years ago in the parking lot, we had a cat walking. Bald eagle scooped it up. We never seen it again.
Huh.
Big bird.
Hey, he wanted a pet.
He was hungry. And this vegetation up in front of the boat on the right side, that's not a native plant. It's called a water hyacinth. It produces a pretty little purple flower. Supposedly it was brought here in 1903 for that flower. Nobody knew it was going to be invasive and take over. Well, it'll get so thick in these ponds that you won't see any water, just green vegetation. It'll take the oxygen out the water, and the natural vegetation growing from the bottom up like the seaweed, it'll smother it. The only thing it's good for, once it starts blooming and you got ladies, girls on the boat, you pick them a flower. Well, last winter we had a pretty good winter where it froze here a few times. It's probably going to be another month before they start blooming. But once it starts blooming, it's pretty, but it's all being purple. Now we could spray chemicals on it, but if we start spraying chemicals, it's going to interfere with the little gators and the birds, so we leave it all natural. We just run over it with the boats. The only thing we'll do is trim some trees or something if a branch is blocking one of the little cups. Any questions?
Walk on it.
And these big snail shells y'all see all over, that's an invasive species. Supposedly people bought these snails in pet stores and put them in their aquariums. They got big, so they pitched them. Well, up into the last hurricane that hit us in October, everywhere you went, they had snail eggs on the vegetation. It's a big old glob of pink stuff. And each one of them pods might have 1,000, 1,500 eggs in it.
Oh.
Well, they say not to touch the eggs, that they carry a bacteria. Well, the birds won't even eat the eggs, but they'll eat the snails out the shell. Well, that last hurricane that hit us, it flooded. Ever since we flooded, all the snails I see, the shells are empty. And I don't see hardly any eggs on any vegetation, so it might have killed a good bit of it.
Okay.
But the birds will eat them out the shell. All these shells right here.
Oh, that's cool.
This here don't have no toxin to it. It's just the shell. You want it, Lois?
You want it?
There you go. Oh, that problem quick. Any questions?
Have you ever been bit?
Or what?
Like out,
Oh, yeah. I got it back in July.
Oh, really?
With a little gator we call a gatekeeper. He's a farm-raised gator. He's only about 4.5 feet, but whenever he shows his face, I'll stop and that's what he picks him up. Well, we closed March because of the coronavirus, and we didn't open back up till July 1st. July 3rd, my last tour on my way in, I see him, I pull the boat up to him. I went to put my hand on that little sucker, bam, he grabbed me right here. When he grabbed me, he just held on. He didn't shake or anything. I think I shocked him like he shocked me. He realized it wasn't food. It's hard to say not to freak out when one gets you, but if you freak out, you put yourself in a bind. 6 years ago, where we fed them first gators, I'm standing up like this out here talking, got my hand hanging. One of them females come up out the water, grabbed me. Well, when she grabbed me, I went with her. When I hit the water, she let go. Thank God, because she bust me up pretty bad. I should have went head stitching. But if I would have pulled back or anything, she'd have clamped down harder and they'd have started that death roll. And I probably would have lost my hand. But it's hard to say not to freak out when one gets you.
Right.
If you freak out, you're going to put yourself in a bind. All right, let's keep it moving.
Can you tell me something? You want something? No.
You get you some good film or what?
Good question.
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel, so you guys know you'll be on YouTube. Unless you tell me not to, and then I'll edit you out. It's called the Done Right Ranch. I'll tell you when we stop again.